Hey, what's going on, everybody? I had the idea to make this video, just some Bangkok basics 101, the absolute easiest way to ease your way into a transition, moving to Bangkok or visiting. Again, this is very 101 information, but if you know nothing about Bangkok, Thailand, this might make your life considerably easier. I've had different folks ask me questions and, just the basics. Where should I stay? That kind of thing. So I know this is a little Bangkok 101, but hey, let's give the new folks a break and just go over some basics here. Now, if you're arriving from, say, the UK on the Ava flight, London to Bangkok direct, you're going to go into the major international airport, Suvarnabhumi. DMK, Don Muang, it's the original airport, and it's also an international. I've flown in there from Japan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Indonesia, on and on. But for the most part, Suvarnabhumi is the big player in town. They both have trains. I would suggest if you're brand new, if you're adventuresome and you want to give the train a shot, go ahead and do that. Now, the train stops at midnight, the airport rail link. The train out of Don Muang, it's a little trickier. It's a government train, the red line, and then you need to change to the blue line and then possibly to the green line. I would do it unless it's 3, 4 in the afternoon, and then again, I would still probably do it because most of the traffic is leaving Bangkok. But you'll see different things online. Facebook is not your friend. Facebook and Reddit, these guys will just be talking about the taxi mafia and scams and on and on. For the most part, excuse me, at Suvarnabhumi, you stand in a taxi line, you tell them where you're going, and they give you a ticket. So there's really not a lot of scamminess going on. I don't know when the last time I took a cab. I don't even remember. 600, 700, 800 baht. I usually take one of the apps like Uber or Lyft in the United States. Here it's Grab and Bolt. Again, if you're a beginner, I wouldn't stress out on, I have to land and download Bolt to get, the best price. You're saving $5. So give yourself a break. Get in the taxi line. Now, where you're going, again, this is basic, remedial, Bangkok 101. Stay between, call it Nana and Ekamai. Now, when I say that, that's the above ground train. It's called the BTS. I don't know what it stands for. Bangkok Transportation System, I assume. There's also the MRT, which is a subway. The BTS light green line, which runs down the major street, Sukhumvit, runs just from there. Excuse me. It'll go Nana, then it goes to Sok, then it goes where I'm sitting right now and where I live, Prompong. The next station is Tong La, then Ekamai. Somewhere in there. If we really want to narrow it down, stay in Prompong. Okay, you're one stop away from a Sok. That is the quote-unquote most touristy, expat-friendly area. Everybody's going to speak English in the pubs, at the phone store, on and on. You could stay in a Sok. The problem with a Sok is there are so many tourists there that every time you turn around, it's going to be a tuk-tuk driver asking you to go for a free ride. Well, what he's really trying to do is take you to his brother-in-law's gold shop or tailor shop. Here in Prompong, just one station away, you're 2 minutes away on the train, or, 6-minute walk to a Sok. And there's not so much of that going on. This bar I'm sitting in, I'm going to recommend it later, is O'Shea's Irish Pub. It's all locals. I mean, there's some tourists in here, but for the most part, it's people that live in the area. We come in here, watch the game, happy hour, food, and there's no real, there's not as many tourists wandering around here. Not that tourism is a bad thing. It's just, to go from point A to point B on a motor taxi is supposed to be 60 baht. Well, in a soak, they might start at 200 baht, just to see if you know the lay of the land. And if you live there or stay there for an extended period of time, that might get old fast. But anyhow, let's say we're going to stay in Prom, or even a soak. Call it from Sukhumvit 10, and again, Sukhumvit starts in the Nana area at Soi 1, and it runs, well, halfway across Thailand, but the parts we're interested in are from, say, Soi 1 until Soi, I don't know, call it 40, and on the odd side from Soi, or even side, from Soi 2 up until Soi 40 maybe. So yeah, staying in that area will make your life simpler. And to narrow it down even more, I hate to speak in terms of just U.S. Western hotels, but I'm a miles and points guy, so that's how I think. On Soi 20 is a Courtyard by Marriott, also is a Best Western, so those are good points options. On Soi 11, that's kind of a crazy fun street. It's a lot of nightlife, not as crazy, and we'll get into the red light areas as Nana Plaza or Soi Cowboy, but there's some stuff going on Soi 11. There's also some very normal bars and restaurants, but they also have a Holiday Inn Express. They have a Ramada Express? What is the lower Ramada? I don't remember. And they have a travel lodge. Even if you don't have points, those are oftentimes $50 options. And the Holiday Inn Express, I think, is usually $50 with free breakfast. I'm not sure about the travel lodge. But anyhow, if you look, again, if you're brand new and you look up Sukhumvit, Soi 11 in the Nana area, that is the area we're talking about. And then look on Google Maps, going up the road just a hair on the other side of the street is Sukhumvit Soi 20. This little area, if you're within a mile or two, as close to the train as you can, that will make your life just so much easier. Enjoying Bangkok for the first time, even moving over here, I recommend staying in this area just to ease yourself into your first year in Bangkok. And then, of course, you can go 10 miles in any direction. But if you were to move to town, I met a guy, it's been a while now, about a year ago, with my little YouTube channel. I meet a lot of people. And this guy told me, we were hanging out, I think, here at O'Shea's, and he told me his first visit to Bangkok, he thought Bangkok was just a dud. Well, it turns out he stayed out by Suvarnabhumi Airport, 20-something miles away. There's nothing going on out there. I mean, unless you're airline baggage handler or something, there's no reason to stay out there. It's not fun. But whatever, I'll leave that up to you. I think most people kind of understand you don't stay out by the airport. You stay more in the central location. Even across the street on Sukhumvit Soi 24, there's the Marriott Marquis. Now that's a 5-star hotel, but I'll see all the air crews hanging out in there. They certainly don't stay by the airport. So again, we've decided how we're going to get into town from either Don Muang Airport, DMK. Now DMK is the older international airport. If you're flying in from a neighboring country, let's call it Indonesia or Malaysia or even Hong Kong, you might fly into DMK. If you're flying a big plane, a 777 or a 787, you're probably going to land at Suvarnabhumi. The smaller planes are more relegated towards Don Muang these days. There's hit or misses there, but for the most part, that's how it breaks down. So we're now coming into town. Let's narrow it down to a soak or Prom. Again, I'm just trying to keep this basic. The good thing about this Asok and Prom area, you have Benjikiti Park, which is really nice. It's at the end of Soi 10, not far from Soi 16. Beautiful, like Central Park, big water feature, very nice. The Terminal 21 Mall is at the Asok BTS and the Sukhumvit Junction. So those two trains will get you to 90% of where you need to go in Bangkok. So if you can walk to either of those train stations, all the better. Plus the Terminal 21 Mall, everybody just kind of considers it the expat friendly mall. everybody's going to speak English in the phone stores and even the different shops. It's just not going to be an issue. Plus, they probably have the most popular food court up on the 5th floor. Put some money on a card, enjoy a nice $2 meal. Now, as far as red light areas, that goes hand in hand with Bangkok. There's 3 major ones. Pat Pong, which is the original, that's more in the financial business area these days. There's Nana Plaza and Soi Cowboy, which are both on the light green line. One is in Nana, one is in Asok. I would recommend to go to Soi Cowboy. Soi Cowboy, it's loud as well, but it's a little bit older crowd, and I won't say mellow. It's just, I don't know. It's easier. Ease yourself into Bangkok. Go to Soi Cowboy first, and even narrowing it down even more, there's a club called Baby Doll. Right next door is Fanny's. They're pretty mellow, easy places. As a matter of fact, the manager in Baby Doll, nice guys from San Diego. Fanny's, equally as nice. Some of the other bars, okay. I mean, go to them all. But if you want to be pointed in some kind of direction, start at Baby Doll at Soi Cowboy and go from there. If you then want to go over to Nana Plaza and start exploring that 4 floors of chaos, go ahead and do it. It's just not quite as easy as Cowboy. Now, as far as you're here in Bangkok, yet you still kind of want to hang out, maybe an expat-friendly bar, catch a game, whatever it is, a soccer game, Formula One. A bar like I'm sitting in, this is O'Shea's. This is on Sukhumvit Soi 33/1. This is Beer Alley. It's outstanding. Come down here. It's very close to the Phrom Phong BTS station. You have the Royal Oak, right? Or no, I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank. It's O'Shea's, where I'm sitting, the Royal Oak, their sister property, and the Robin Hood. That sits right on Sukhumvit. An Irish pub, and this is an Irish pub, O'Shea's, and Royal Oak is English, I believe, and the Robin Hood is English. Not that that matters, but they'll be showing whatever the popular game of the day is, including sometimes they'll show Monday Night Football, Tuesday morning, but for the most part over here, it's all going to be soccer. F1 is very, very big. These are, again, expat-friendly areas, good happy hours. I think all of them have happy hour all day on Monday. Happy hour till 7. The other days, O'Shea's here has a nice little rooftop bar on the 5th floor. Again, I'm not saying you're moving to Thailand and you only want to hang out in a foreigner bar, but I mean, we are who we are. If I take my Thai girlfriend to the United States, she's not going to forget she's Thai anytime soon. It's kind of a strange subgroup on Reddit or Facebook that thinks you need to move here from the UK or the US and try to pretend you're Thai. I'm not Thai. I'm never going to be Thai. I love Thailand. I love living here, but I also like watching my Chargers on TV once in a while. And a bar like O'Shea's or the Robin Hood, that's going to give you your best bet. Now, as far as getting into the Thai food and all, well, hey, they have really good food even at these type of bars like O'Shea's. It's going to cost a little more. What you might get in a street food stand for 80 baht might be 160 baht here at an expat pub. That's fine with me. I don't really like hanging out, sitting on the gutter, eating my food out of a plastic bag anyhow, so I don't eat a lot of street food. I'll do it at 2 in the morning if that's sitting in front of me, but for the most part, I prefer to go to smaller restaurants, and one of my favorites is Imchan, IMCHAN. It's right at the base of the Phrom Phong BTS, very affordable. If street cart is 60 baht, this place will be 80 baht. And yeah, what's the baht right now? 34 US to 34 baht to the US dollar? I don't know, it fluctuates. But it's a real good compromise on an affordable local meal and just getting your feet wet as to trying the different items. The menu is going to be listed in English and Thai. So moving on, let's take a look at some of the things you might want to do. Now, as far as the Grand Palace and the different famous Wats, most of those are in the older part of Bangkok. I wouldn't suggest staying there. It's okay. I mean, you can stay anywhere you want, even in Chinatown. Now, Chinatown has some fun spots. There's a new area, not to be confused with Nana Plaza, called Soy Nana. And it's a bunch of little music places, Brown Sugar. Look up Brown Sugar on Soy Nana. And make sure you're not looking at one of the old locations, because Brown Sugar has moved around. But that's the area of Chinatown I'm talking about. But this Sapan Taksin off the dark green BTS. Now, Sukhumvit in this Asok and Prampong I keep talking about is the light green line. If you go up the way 4 or 5 stops, you'll be at Siam Paragon Mall in Siam Central Station. You then switch trains to the dark green line and take that to Sapan Taksin. That's where you'll find the Chao Phraya River. You can get on a tourist taxi there. Now, it goes from whatever, let's call it 8 in the morning till 5 p.m. So no 8 p.m. there. But it's cheap. It's less than $5. You can hop on, hop off, going up the river and check out the Grand Palace and Wat Arun, I think it's called, and all the famous Wats up there. So yeah, that's a must-see. I wouldn't stay up there. Go up there. Now, as far as taking side trips, you might have heard of Pattaya Beach and the wild craziness that goes on there. I think it's about 80 miles from here. You can watch different YouTubes on taking the bus from the Ekamai bus station. I've made them myself. It's like $2.50 one way. Or you can keep it simple and just jump in a cab or a Grab like an Uber. And it's less than $50 and they'll take you there. I would go. I don't want to get into the crazy specifics of that town. Holiday Inn Express is my go-to spot. So look up the Holiday Inn Express in Pattaya, stay there, and you're within walking distance or a very short 10 baht bus ride. They have these baht buses that just race up and down the streets. That will keep you far enough away from the action to keep your sanity, yet close enough that you can be there in seconds. Now, as far as tuk-tuks running around town, I love tuk-tuks. They don't have a meter. It's all negotiation. If it's a short ride, say you're in Nana Plaza and you want to go to Soy Cowboy, offer 100 baht. If it's a longer ride, offer 200 baht. Now, the negotiation is going to depend on the driver. It's going to depend on if it's raining, supply and demand. So maybe that 100 baht might cost you 200. Maybe the 200 baht offer might cost you 300. But it's still worth it. It's fun once in a while. Go-to parks, Benja Kitty Park, which is close to Terminal 21. Benjakitti, I think is the correct spelling. That's kind of the central park of Bangkok. As far as rooftop bars, there's just so many. Probably my go-to, not that I go there often, is the Octave Rooftop Bar at the Marriott on Sukhumvit Soi 57. I think it's the 60 or 62nd floor. Beautiful. It's not too bad. If you want to sit down, plan on buying a bottle. Your best bet is going to be a $50 or $60 US bottle of wine. You'll get a seat, table with you and your partner, and you can sit there hour and a half, soak up the views, get an appetizer, go at sunset. It's beautiful. There's all kinds of rooftop bars, but that is my go-to. As far as exchanging money, super rich. Everybody's super rich this, super rich that. There's one on Soi 22 across from the Marriott Marquis. There's one at the BTS Asok near Terminal 21. Clean $100 bills. No tears, no marks. Going to the movies, I like Terminal 21. Siam Paragon's also nice, but Terminal 21, again, right in the Asok area. Beautiful movie theater, 220 baht. Be careful. You can spend 1,200 baht on a ticket, but it's going to be a couch, and you don't need all that. Get the 220 baht ticket, and it's probably nicer than anything you've seen in the U.S. As far as jazz and rock bars, it's a little bit out of the way. Saxophone Pub down on Victory Monument, but it's worth it. 3 bands, 7 nights a week, no cover charge. You might want to make a reservation if you're showing up on a Saturday at 9 p.m. or it's going to be standing room only. saxophone. As far as rock clubs, there's just so many, a lot of cover bands. I like the Green Room Bar on Sukhumvit Soi 7/1 in the Nana. It's usually 2 or 3 bands a night, more. Sometimes they're cover bands, but it's just really good. They have, what's his name? Papa Benz. He's this big, heavy Thai dude, owns a guitar shop in town. He plays like Eric Clapton. I'm looking at my little list here. Okay, my buddy, as far as getting a haircut, my buddy Arm, Sukhumvit, Soi 20, Arm's Barbershop. He's very close to the BTS Prom Pong. He'll hook you up, 450 baht, but he specializes in expats. The big grocery stores in town are the Big C and Lotus. They're kind of like, in the U.S., a Target and Walmart. So if you can find a hotel close to those, you can find those $5 chicken and all those deals. A good hamburger, Prime Burger. They have a location on Sukhumvit Soi 27 area and another one near Nana, Soi 3. Very good burger. They're all smash burgers over here. Also Easy Burger, about 2 minutes from where I'm sitting at the top of Soi 33. And there's another location on Newt, where I used to live, Soi 50. Very good burgers. As far as pizza, I like Paula Pizza right at the Asok BTS. It's pretty good, thick crust, Roman style. Bella Napoli on Soi 31. It's a little crispier. These are gonna cost a little bit more. They're top-notch ingredients, Parma ham, that kind of thing, but I don't know. A slice of pizza, 120 baht, something like that, so it's not too bad. Checking out US sports. I can't speak to UK and all. That's everywhere, really. In Thailand, it's all about Formula One and Premier League soccer. But as far as US sports, there's a bar on Sukhumvit Soi 13, The Sportsman. They kind of specialize in staying open for the NFL games, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. There's a bar called Sports on 20 on Sukhumvit Soi 20. It also kind of specializes in U.S. sports. It just recently opened. It used to be the corner sports bar on 20, and it moved up the way. But every time I go in there, ESPN is on, so check that out. If I may have mentioned, it's right across the street from the courtyard there on Soi 20. So there you go. That'll get you started. Just some Bangkok basics. Again, this is a very simplistic way of visiting or moving to Bangkok, but make your life easy, ease into it. I mean, sure, you can move to Bangkok and live way out by Don Mueang Airport. You're going to be the only person that speaks English, and maybe that will, I don't know, foul your view. I don't know, Bangkok's for me or not for me. Where here in this more expat-friendly area, again, I like to enjoy everything Thailand has to offer. I'm not one of these people that I didn't move to Bangkok to never talk to another expat again. I mean, I don't think those people talk to anybody wherever they came from. If that was Australia or the US, and they're not having or talking to any friends over here. But myself, I got plenty of friends over here, and we all kind of meet in this area, give or take 2 or 3 miles. And yeah, who knows? If one of my buddies ends up on the other side of the river in the Thonburi area, so be it. I know some great places over there too. That's just a little harder to get started. So these are just my takes, just my 2 cents. Now, if you want to get a little bit more advanced, you can put line. Oh, we're getting a drunk guy over here starting to holler. It's midnight. You can put line on your phone. Everybody you communicate with here in Thailand, they're not going to use WhatsApp. They're certainly not going to use their regular phone number. They're going to text you 99% of the time online. Even if they call you, it's going to be a call through line, which is a Wi-Fi app just like WhatsApp. So yeah, if you're planning to move over here or just wanting to kind of learn the basics on a visit, maybe preparing to move, get a Line account, download it, get it set up on your phone. As far as the phone, I have a Thai phone number. I have a Thai bank account. All these things make my life easier living here, and I need them for my retirement visa. But ease yourself into that. Don't worry about it so much. Again, I'm just trying to keep it basic here. I meet all kinds of people through the channel that are way overthinking and panicking and over planning. It's not that big a deal to move over here. It's just not. If you move to some province up in Isan, sure, that's going to be way more complicated. Or if you move to a very Thai area and say Lat Phrao. Now Lat Phrao's maybe not the best example because it's getting pretty expat friendly up there, but where my girlfriend lives in Lat Phrao, it's very Thai. And if you were to move there, you're going to be one expat in 10,000 Thai folks. Where here in this bar I'm sitting at, no shades, there's Thai people in here, but there are 80% expats. Again, it's not an expat Thai thing. It's just making your life simpler. And getting a tiny bit more advanced, take the walk. It's the Green Mile. It's a 1 kilometer walk in between Benjikiti Park and Lumpini Park. Really nice. And then by that time, you might want to jump on the Siloam MRT and head back over to Sukhumvit, Asok BTS Junction, right at Terminal 21. This city, I mean, it's a big, huge city, but it's really not that big. Now, me, I'm an old mailman, so I just walk everywhere. I'll walk from Prompong all the way to Lumpini Park. Most people aren't going to walk, whatever that is. Call it 5 miles. Maybe it's not that far in the Bangkok heat. That's me. I'm a bit of a nutcase, but you don't have to worry about all that. Just keep it basic. Use the Terminal 21 shopping center at Asok, and not to confuse matters, but I believe there's I was going to say there's another Terminal 21. Well, there is one in Pattaya. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I don't know. These malls like the Central Festival Mall, they're all over the place. So that's where it gets a little confusing. There might be a Central Festival Pattaya, a Central Festival Rama 9, a Central Festival Rama 3, and on and on. But let's just keep it simple. Look at Terminal 21 there in Asok and just put a pin in that as expat friendly central. And as kind of close as you can stay to that, again, to ease yourself into Bangkok, do that and give yourself 6 months to become fluent in Thai and then move wherever you'd like. But unless you are fluent in Thai, if you move 10 miles away from that pin mark at Terminal 21, it's going to be a little more complicated. As far as the phone, there's two biggies, AIS and True. There used to be DTAC, but it got bought up by True. It's not that big a deal. I am living here going on whatever it is, 3 years, and I'm still on an AIS pay-as-you-go 300 baht a month plan. It doesn't give you anything. I want to say 30 minutes of talk time and 5 gigabyte of internet, but every time I walk into a restaurant or bar that I frequent, like this place, I have the Wi-Fi stored. So as I'm thumbing through my phone sitting here, I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm at home on Wi-Fi. You might be on your hotel plan. Don't get carried away and think you need to buy the max plan, which might be, I don't know, 1,500 baht. 1,500 baht? Whatever that is. That's 45 US dollars. You don't need to spend all that. Get 500 baht a month if you're visiting, and that will give you plenty of time. Just make sure you put in all those Wi-Fi deals. You don't want to be dealing with, well, what does it cost to call back to the United States on this AIS plan? They'll tell you, but just don't even deal with that. Just do it all through Wi-Fi calling, which is free, or WhatsApp, Line, whatever you have to do. For the most part, many of us will have our loved ones on WhatsApp in the U.S., but I'm no expert on any of this kind of technology. What I basically do is have my family or loved ones text me, hey, what's up, man? Give me a call back. And then I call them back on Wi-Fi calling, even if they don't have WhatsApp or an app, and many of my relatives are in their 80s. They don't want to deal with all that. It's free for everybody as long as I call them on Wi-Fi. I think they need to call me on Wi-Fi for it to be free for them, but I'm not 100% sure. And good luck with your 85-year-old mom or aunt trying to explain, well, you need to turn off data roaming and blah, 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 and make sure it's on Wi-Fi. Just have them text you and call back, and let's keep this simple. Hey, so there you go. There's just some basics. Shoot me a question in the comments if I missed anything or you want to narrow it down a little further. It's just not that complicated. Get yourself a ticket, get on over here. If you're a little bit more experienced, you live here or you visited here many times and this is all just a little too basic, again, let's give the new folks a little bit of a break. I mean, I still have buddies in California that think I live in Taiwan. They don't know the difference between Taiwan and Thailand, so we've all been there. It's not that big a deal. Just come on over here. Keep it simple. Keep it basic, like I laid out, and you will really ease into Bangkok nicely. If you want to move out 10 miles away from this area I'm kind of pointing out, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. It's all still very doable. The Thai folks, some of the friendliest in the world, but if you want to communicate in English, go where I'm telling you to go and at least hang out here for a while and then venture off in any direction you would like. So take it easy, and I hope this helped put somebody's mind at ease. It's just not that complicated. The BTS, I should have mentioned, absolutely learn how to use the BTS system. I would put money on a rabbit card. That's the little frequent flyer card. Bring your passport or a color ID of your passport and get a little conversation going on behind me and get that BTS card, put some cash on it. Don't try to take a taxi cab everywhere. Traffic is murder in this metropolitan of 16 million people. I know they're cheap. Cabs are $5 to pretty much get everywhere, and that's even with the cab driver refusing to turn the meter on. But traffic is the issue. These trains are just not that complicated to use. So yeah, get yourself a rabbit card and enjoy getting around the city in 7 minutes instead of 37 minutes sitting in a cab. So take it easy. Plenty more videos to come. Get on over here and check it out. I love Bangkok. I love this city. I want to see everybody come over here and give it a visit and possibly move over here. This is a great place to live. Super, super affordable. It's like New York City, 1990s prices. So take it easy, and we'll catch you really soon. It's 12:15. The bar closed at midnight, but we're all having our final beer of the night, and then I'm walking on out of here. We'll catch you later.